Be warned, if you ever take up wood carving, you'll start collecting a lot of wood and scrap. I've got it stashed all over the place. But I always look at a piece and I think there has to be something hiding in there. That brings me to this little piece of cottonwood bark that I kept. I thought this little frog statue was the perfect model. Growing up, my grandparents would sometimes bring back a souvenir frog. I don't remember where this one was from or why they thought I loved frogs so much, but recreating this little gift brought back a lot of good memories of them. The first step was to carve the top to match the height of the model. I tried a chisel, but it wasn't safe or effective without the wood mounted to anything. So I gave my hand a stretch and I used my knife. The height matches pretty well, so next I had to remove the material from under the head. As I try to match the profile, I begin shaping the back and sides. Flipping the model over, I get a good sense of the shape underneath the chin, on the belly, and the chest. I cut in some wedges to separate the feet. I didn't catch it on camera, but the top of the head popped off. At this point, I wasn't sure whether it was worth fixing it with glue or whether I should even keep carving it at all. That's usually my sign to walk away from a carving and look at it later or the next day with fresh eyes. I decided to just keep carving and began by reshaping the back to meet the new slope. I'm using the knife almost like I'm peeling a potato. It helps to maintain the shape I already created while lowering the wood to match the new height of the head. At this point, I was ready to start adding in some details and continue carving the legs. With most of the features carved in, I use a coarse diamond file to blend and smooth out the shapes I carved. Then I use a small gouge to correct some areas and switch back to the file to blend the cuts I just made. I initially wanted to keep all of the bark on the bottom, but I needed to make some cuts to complete the legs. Now, it's a little easier to fit the chisel in and round out the belly more. Comparing my carving to the model, I think I got it pretty close. That little chip out definitely changed the look of the head, but overall the bottom, sides, and back match up pretty well. I gave up on trying to replicate the model and decided to give the frog a little smile. Without room for the eyeballs, I tried to make the eyes look slightly closed from the smile. I used a flat file to refine some hard-to-reach places. Then I used sandpaper up to 220 grit to smooth it all out. The final touches were to carve in the toes and apply some wax. This was a fun project, and even though I didn't capture an exact replica, this was a no-pressure carve, just something to practice different techniques and explore some new ideas. Hopefully you enjoyed this short tutorial. Let me know what you thought. It really helps my channel if you like and leave a comment. Thanks for watching.